Thank you for waking up with Happy Ass, where we come together to grow in mind, body, and spirit, so we can in turn go out and make the world a brighter and sweeter place to live for ourselves and for others. Well, this little pop-up is your New Year's little message, and I'm just going to talk to you about a few things. And today's message is brought to you by my sponsor, Buffalo Rock Pepsi. And I'm wearing a cute little top that I got from Can't Hide Pretty, so you're going to hear more about my sweet sponsors throughout the broadcast today. Oh, that sounds so like grown-up broadcast. So what I want to talk to you about today is a couple things. First of all, I want to tell you that I'm so excited about the new year. I love the new year, and I want to thank every single one of you that have made my happy ass life what it is today. It has grown so much this past year. Blows my mind. Like last year, last year or this year, sometime in the year, I said, I've got to start getting sponsors, or I don't know if I can keep doing this. And guess what? Y'all responded, and I have sponsors, and they're precious, and I love them so much. I've gotten new sponsors. I've gotten some not old sponsors, but sponsors that have been here with me since the beginning. And I'm so grateful. Thank you, Holiday Beach Mechanical. Thank you so much. Lucky's Pine Straw, Jude and Palm. Oh my gosh, I don't know what I'd do without you. Hue Salon, that's where my hair looks so cute. But you'll hear more about all my precious sponsors later, but I want to talk to you about some things. So every year, I try to come up with a word for the year. And, there's been so many different words like, resilience and peace and intentional and growth and things like that. But this year, y'all, is courage. It's courage. Because I'll tell you, I need more courage. I have held back on doing some things in my life, and I don't need to do that anymore. And I think I need courage. I just need a little more courage, and just need just a few seconds of courage to jump into the deep and do some things that I'm afraid of doing, because we've talked about it before that I'm kind of a people pleaser sometimes, and I don't want to do things because I'm afraid. I don't know what I'm afraid of. I don't know. What are you afraid of when you don't have courage? I know that so many times there's things that I really, really want to do, but I stop. And there's no reason, because I'm sure that I'm going to mess up along the way as I do the things that I'm afraid to do. Like my podcast, when I do the individual ones, I do it live because I want it to be unadulterated. I want it to just be fully me. And of course, I take the chance of saying something really dumb, which I do sometimes, or saying something that I wish I hadn't said. But through the magic of editing, I guess I could blot that out for when it does become a podcast, like it will be next week when it goes out, whatever next Monday is. But I do it live because I want it just to be fully me. So I guess that takes courage, and I do that. But for me, it takes less courage, because when I'm so planned and organized with it, I'm afraid it doesn't sound fully me, and I want it to be fully me. So I want to talk about a few things. One of the things that I have learned through the years that's very important to me, that is most important to me, that is more important than even words. I talk about words and how powerful they are, and I just wrote a little thing today that all you people who get my love note will get, and it's called Sticks and Stones, and it's about a girl that said something to me. I know her, and she said, "Why is your room so messy? Why is your room always so messy?" Well, number one, it's not always so messy. Number two, why would you say something like that? That's not sweet. That's not kind. So I, for many days, stopped doing my little outfit of the day because, frankly, my room was messy, and it's messy right now. You missed it yesterday. It was nice and neat. My bed was made. It's not made now. So words are very important. But more important were words. And the foundation of where all the things in my life come from is my spirit. I was listening to Oprah Winfrey's Soul Sunday? I think so. And the guy, let me get the guy's, Reverend Ed Bacon. And he was talking today about the Spirit of God. He was talking about grace and the Spirit of God and stuff like that. And it was so beautiful because he said, I want to get this right. He said that she asked, Oprah said, what is spirituality? What is the Spirit? And he said, that's this experience of feeling unconditional love that is so powerful that makes you love other people. That unconditional love that is so powerful and so strong that it makes you love other people. And that is what's so beautiful. And I only can get that if I stay in tune to my spirit. And I know when I get it wrong. The other day I was talking to my sister-in-law about something, and I said something that I shouldn't have said about somebody. And it didn't feel good in my spirit. It caught in my throat. And I thought, that wasn't necessary. That wasn't of the Spirit. It wasn't the fruit of the Spirit. It wasn't of kindness, of love, of joy, of generosity. And I had to stop and think of that. But how I get that is by being still and by being quiet. Taking a moment to rest and sit and breathe and listen and let God's Spirit catch up with me. So I love that story about Elijah, and he told this story too, and it's one of my favorite stories in the Bible. It really is, because it speaks to me. And Elijah is asking God. He's asking to hear from God, and he thinks it's going to be in the earthquake, and it's going to be in the wind, it's going to be in this great and mystical, amazing power. But it's not. It's in a still, quiet, calm voice. It's in the stillness. It's in the quiet. And I know for me, I don't know about you, but I can get so caught up in life and so busy in the doing and the being and the running and the striving and the, especially during this holiday time, that I don't take time for quiet. I don't take time to sit and relax and listen for that still, quiet voice. When I don't do it, it catches up to me in the way of sickness, in the way of lack of peace, and all those things. And I think I just have to be courageous this year to spend more time in that quiet, in that stillness. I love this story. I might not get this all right, but you'll get the gist of it. Some people were out on an adventure, and they had some guides take them across the desert. And they're going across the desert, and after we're on the camels, and they're just going across, and all of a sudden the guys just stop. They stop, and they said, "What are you stopping for?" And he said, "We're stopping. We want to let the Spirit of God catch up with us. We don't want to get ahead of the Spirit of God." And I know I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. And in seeking the Spirit of God and being a part of the Spirit of God and being a part of that still, quiet voice that's filled with the fruit of the Spirit, generosity, kindness, love, joy, peace, all those things, I just have to get still and quiet sometime and let the Spirit of God catch up with me. Don't get ahead of it. Don't get ahead of it. And so that's what I'm seeking. And by being courageous this year, and I'm going to give you an affirmation about courage before we go today, but in being courageous this year, I want to continue to do more with my happy ass life, continue to be more true with my business. There's things that we talk about sometime in my business. I was talking to Earl the other day, and we were saying, should we do that? And I go, well, we've never done that. Should we do that? And I don't know. There's some things that I don't want to do because I don't want to be like everybody else. I want to be as fully and completely and honestly me as I can, because I don't have to make that up. I can be that all the time. You know, I've talked to you before about this, and it's super important to me, and it takes courage sometimes to do this. I want to always be me here, me in business, me on happy ass, me when you see me on the street. I want to be the same me everywhere. I may do it a little differently, but I want it to be the same Karen. I want it to be someone you can trust. I want to be someone that you can love because you know you can trust me. And I talked about self-confidence, I think an episode or so ago. And self-confidence in myself is just trusting myself, self-trust. And I'm trying to build that by being more courageously me. I'm working on some things on my podcast right now. I'm changing up my logo. It's a little too busy, a little too crazy. I mean, it's like me. I love color, and you're going to always see color in my home, in my office, and everything I do, and in my clothing. But I think my brand or my logo needs to be very simplified so you always recognize it, because I have big plans for a happy ass life. And I'm so thankful for people like Pepsi, who are my number one sponsor, who believe in what I'm doing. Now, I'm aligned with Pepsi, not because of the taste of their product. The taste of their product is good, but their values. If you would go on their website and look at their values, they're amazing. And I'm going to be talking about those more throughout the year, because that's what's important to me, that I align with people's values, their humanity, the things that they are doing to make the world a better place. And that's what I love about all you happy asses. You're so great at that. I want to tell you a couple other things that I'm thinking about. And this is not my quote, but I heard this year as I'm going about my year and planning my year and sitting in stillness and quiet. I want to have less dopamine and more oxytocin. Oh. Yes, can we be still a moment? Less dopamine and more oxytocin. Let me explain. Dopamine is that thing that gets us going, it fires me up when I go work out. I get that dopamine rush and ooh, it feels good. But dopamine is also that thing that you hit when you're looking and you're scrolling and you're hoping to see what you want to see. And then you say, I'm going to stop. I'm only going to do a little while. But you keep on getting that dopamine hit. And this is the thing. Oxytocin comes from our relationships, comes from our love, comes from our connection with each other. And the more the world becomes AI generated and all this stuff, and I don't get it, y'all. Number one, I don't even know how to do it. Where you go on, you make your face all look different because of AI. I ain't doing that. I'm going to look cute, y'all. I promise you. I'm going to keep doing my Botox. And I'm going to keep going and seeing Karen Taze at Alicia and Med Spa, because they are also my precious sponsors. I'm going to do all those things to look pretty, but I'm not going to use AI to change that's just for fun. Y'all do it for fun. That's cool. But when you see me, it's going to be me. Now, again, I got me some Botox, but it's going to be not the AI generated, babe. So I think in that world that's AI generated, I think we need to be more in tune with getting back to the earth, getting back to more things that aren't Zoom, more things that are in person to person. And in keeping with that, something that I'm going to do in the line of courage, I am setting myself up in February to do a workshop, to an affirmation, and a mindset workshop, a happy ass workshop. So if any of you would be interested in that, let me know. If you would, and let me know if you'd rather have it at nighttime, rather at daytime. Let me know what you're thinking. I'm thinking it might be a nighttime thing. I don't know yet, but I am committing to doing it because I love workshops where you come together because you learn so much from each other. And that's the way that I'm going to have less dopamine and more oxytocin. So think about some of the things you want to do this year. I know that I really want to not be as influenced by what the world thinks I should do. I want to really listen strongly to that spirit within me, that spirit that is nudging me to do what God put me here to do. My daughter helps me a lot. Oh my gosh, Britt helps me so much. Every now and then I get afraid. Every now and then I'm 66 and I go, you know what? Nobody would think anything of it if I just walked off into the sunset. Maybe I got me a little coffee shop, which I've always wanted to do, an art gallery, which I also want to do, and I just chilled. and I didn't speak and I didn't write, I didn't do the things I'm doing, nobody would care because, I'm 66. I can stop. But there's something inside of me that's telling me that God wants me to do more. And is there something inside of you that's telling you that God wants you to do more? Maybe you need courage. Maybe you need me to tell you. Maybe you need to just take that one split second of courageous action and do what you're put here to do. That's what I'm working on right now, y'all. And I hope that by me being honest with you and telling you all those things, that I will actually do them and I will stop being afraid and I'll pull that book out of the corner and I'll finish that dad burn 1 book, 2 books, 3 books that I've started on but haven't finished. I'm so amazed by you people that do that. And let me talk to you about one more thing that I think about. I don't know about you, but so many times I want a different talent. I want a different talent. I want to sing. I want to be a great dancer. I want to be a great artist. So many things I wish I had. I don't have those. I don't have that talent. And sometimes I don't even know what my talent is. I do know I'm really, really good at encouragement. And I'm really, really good at tenacity. And I'm really, really good at not stopping when times get tough. But what kind of talent is that? I don't know. But maybe in that still, quiet voice, God will tell me what it is that I need to continue to do. I know that so many times, I don't know about you, I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. So I don't. I think so many times people think because I've built this business and I'm building this other business, my happy ass life, that I know what I'm doing. But my daughter reminded me the other day, she said, Mom, you know more than you think you know. You keep being led by your intuition and by your love and this enthusiasm that people are attracted to. Keep doing that. And she said, Mom, you built one really strong, big business, which blows my mind. You can build another one. And that's what I'm doing. So I'm hoping if you continue on this journey with me, you will watch the progression of my happy ass life, just like you watch the beautiful, joyous progression of Beachy Beach Real Estate, which, by the way, is also one of my sponsors. So I don't know if any of that made any sense today or not, but today is a time to think about what you want for your new year. What is your word for the new year? And if you want to come join us on December is about gone. January the 6th from 10 to 2. I'll probably only be there from like 10 to 12:30 because I've got another appointment, but I'm getting everybody started. We're going to have vision board. And we do a vision board in our office each year. And you can come. You don't have to be a part of Beachy Beach. Please come. We would love to have you. I'll be talking about it more. But we do vision boarding. And what I want to ask you to do as you're doing your vision board, don't just put the things you want. Maybe put down the obstacles that you might have to face and go through to get to where you're going. Perhaps I'll be courageous enough to put those big, audacious, massive growth goals that I am working on this year. One of the things I'm doing, and I'm going to be honest with you and tell you, is that I'm working on getting an agent for my speaking career. I've been very blessed. Maranta Copy has really helped me as a production group to get the word out there, my happy ass life. I have been assisted by beautiful people like Jessica Ayers, and Lacey Maxwell has helped me. And of course, Christy. Oh my gosh. I don't even want to start there. I don't even know. I was teasing her yesterday. I said, I don't know. I might have to give up like one of my legs before I'd have to give up you. You've just been so vital in my life, and I'm so grateful. So if you are hearing the sound of my voice, know that every single one of you on this happy ass journey with me are in the making of something big, beautiful, and bold and wonderful. And I cannot thank you enough. So I want to thank again some of my sponsors. Pepsi, I can't thank you enough for loving me this big. I really can't. American Home Shield, thank you, my corporate sponsor. Y'all, I can't even hardly believe I'm saying this stuff. Minutes and Miles. These people believe in me and they trust me and they love me and I love them. And I'm so grateful, y'all. Let me make sure I didn't forget anybody before I do my little affirmation. I would be remiss if I did not remind you of the sweetest, most precious furniture store in town, Shore House Furniture. Design work, furniture you can actually buy and take home with you. Check my sweet friends out at Shore House Furniture. Oh, Lending Hand Mortgage. Y'all are so precious. Y'all, and if you did not see their holiday reels, you are missing out. And if you go back and listen to them, watch them. They are hilarious. They're so creative. They're so fabulous. Wow. They're just really awesome. I'm very grateful for all these precious people. Brian Yormack with Baytax, he's coming to my office this week on Thursday and going to be there to help people with some tax situation and tax strategies. So if you want to know more about that, come up to Beachy Beach. He's going to be there between 5:30 and 8:30, I believe, working on some things. Really smart guy, way smarter than me on that kind of stuff. Well, that's just not my gift. So let me give you my affirmation about courage this year. Be thinking of what your word is this year. But more than anything, I want you to think about letting the Spirit of God, the fruit of God's Spirit, to resonate in you so that it envelops you and that it encompasses everything you do. There is no getting away from that. You cannot practice the Spirit of God in one place and not practice it in another. It encompasses everything you do. And you know what? I'm going to tell you one more story before I go, and I hope I get this right. So, the Spirit of God should lead you to grace. Grace should just be a natural outflowing to it. So, Dr. Ed Hardy, Ed Bacon, not Hardy. Where did I get Hardy from? Well, because Ed Hardy is, I think, a brand. So Dr. Ed Bacon said that the best way to describe grace is that he went to a very southern cafeteria. And he goes there and he's, asks what the special is, and she gives him the special, and she comes back and there's this big glob of white stuff. And he says, "What is this? I didn't order this." She says, grits is always with you. Grits is always with you. It comes all the time. Like, you don't have to order it. It's there. Grits is always with you. Grits is there. So I'm thinking, if we stay attuned to God's Spirit, if we listen to that still, quiet voice, if we take a moment to resonate with all the goodness that's within us and radiate that to others, then grace will be everywhere. It'll be everywhere. It comes with everything if we let it. And I want us to do that. So I am wishing you the most fabulous of New Year's, the most joyful, most courageous, most exciting, most adventurous, just fill it with love and grace for yourself and for others, and it will be the best year ever for you. So let me find and I hope I can read my writing, y'all, because it's pretty exciting here. So here we go. Courage, courageous, having courage. That is my word. Courage to be fully me, the me God designed me to be. Not without wrinkles, not without flaws, but my own that have formed me. A grace-led kind of courage that takes me further than I've ever been. To love myself and others deep and wide. To try things that scare me. To love people that scare me. To become the absolute example of love and grace. And lead my way to peace. And take others with me. Y'all, I love you so much. I cannot thank you enough for what you mean to me. This beautiful, happy-ass, precious tribe. Be sweet, y'all. Bye.